Hi everyone. Today we are going to talk about the infant airline tickets. As you see the title on the screen, so that's the topic that we are going to discuss today. It's a debatable topic. It's a never-ending, we can do a never-ending discussion on this topic. However, there are certain common things which every airline follows, and certain common information, though there are a lot of variations from airline to airline, but some common things, if you have those things in mind, if you have that kind of knowledge, then uh, you'll find that it's quite useful in the practical life when you have to do arrangements for the infant. And it's this video is going to be useful for the individuals from the knowledge point of view, plus at the same time to the new people who are entering the profession of the travel agents. Yeah. First question, let's discuss this. Do I need to notify the airline for my lab infant? Of course. The answer to this question is of course you have to. If you don't notify the airline, although you're not buying a separate seat, your baby would be in your lap, but still airline has to have that information. Otherwise, you may be denied boarding as well. Next, will I pay for my infant to travel? So it depends, friends. Depending upon the airline, depending upon the country, depending upon the airline and the route, the answer to this question will be different. But generally, if you're flying domestically, you don't pay anything. It's a free ticket for your baby. You just have to give the name and the date of birth, and you may be asked to produce the date of birth certificate at the airport. And if it is an international flight, you may have to pay, yes, most of the time you will have to pay 10% of the adult fare, even though it's an infant and infant is sitting on your lap and not occupying a separate seat. Again, the answer to this question may vary depending upon your country, your airline, your route, etc. What if my child turns 2 on the trip? Will I have to buy a return ticket? Will I have to buy a ticket for the return flight? Okay, so yes, of course, the answer to this question is yes. If your baby turns 2 on the return date, so how do we decide? We take into consideration the date of birth of the baby and the return date, not the departure date but the return date. And if your baby is over 2 years on the return, you will have to buy a child ticket. And sometime a child ticket is as high as an adult ticket. Next question, can I sit in the exit row with my infant? The answer to this question is no. No, no, big no. You can never sit in the exit row with your infant. I'm going to make a separate video on the requirements to qualify to have a seat in the exit row. So we shall be talking about that soon, in detail about that. Okay. Next question is, what is the minimum age of an infant to fly? The answers are different again, from airline to airline, from country to country. Yeah. So you must consult and contact or visit the website of that particular airline to find the answer to this question. But generally, it has been observed that some airlines want that your baby should be at least 2 days of age, and then you're good to fly. Some airlines want and say and advise you that if your baby is at least a week's old, 7 days old, then he's good to fly. Some airlines want that no, it's not safe, but your baby should be at least 2 weeks old. So the answers are 2 days, a week, 2 weeks. That's the minimum age of an infant depending upon the airline. You must consult the airline again, the particular airline with which you have to fly with your infant as a lap child. So these are the common questions about the infant airline tickets of policy and the price, etc. I hope you've liked this video, and I thank you very much for watching this video. In case you've liked it, please subscribe, comment, share on the social media so that a lot of other people can have this information. And we shall meet in another video soon. Thank you very much. Goodbye.